Okay, so one thing that my girlfriend and I can agree on is Jester is an amazing brewery. They focus on different varietals of yeast. They'll have regular yeast for beer, and they'll find wild yeast, and they'll make different strands, or they'll combine them, or they balance them out. The thing is, they don't just make the beer, whereas like Blue Owl has a controlled one that they preserve, and they use it over and over. This one, with their collaborations, they use a bunch of barrels, several, and then they'll get them and taste them, and based on their profile, they'll start blending them together and create what they feel is a solid beer, which is very nice, because some of them can be very sharp. Some of them do turn to vinegar. It's just unfortunate, but it happens. So this one is called Fearless Traveler. Take a good look at it. I don't know, how much was it roughly there? $15, but it's a 750 bomber. So these are designed to more like share. So what they did is they got beer already from, let me see, Cerveza Granizo in Quilipue in Chile. So it's in Chile. And they actually got a blend of smoked chilies, toasted coriander, fancy name for cilantro. It could probably be the seeds though too, because that's usually what you toast. And salt. It also might be known as, so you put prickly pear in it. And the style of beer they usually call it Merquin. I hope I said it right. And yeah, so it's 100% natural condition. So the bottles condition the beer. Once the beer is made and they get it to where they like it, they put it in here and it finishes up in here. So it's ready to drink. All right, so we're both gonna try it. Where did my cups go? Okay, I got a Shiner glass. Where's your glass? Bing. All right, let's do this. Using Shiner today. Thank you, Shiner, for holding my beer. Oh, look at that. It's very light looking. So it'd be more in the body of a typical beer in that area. You know, usually mezcal down, everyone just, oh, that's crap beer and blah, blah, blah. It looks pretty viscous, actually. It's like a little crazy. But they're in hotter heat. So definitely having heavier beers will mess you up out there, especially when you're working or the next day you gotta work or you gotta do stuff, whatever. That's why that type of beer is popular and common. So usually in the summertime, that's what you're drinking anyway. So I don't know why people talk crap. But this is definitely more, they did a spin on it. Definitely not filtered. All right, let's see what they got. Always has a light sourness.
It smells salty.
And a little bit of salt. You can smell like there's a fruitiness, but I can't pin it down. It's like very light. It's very smooth. It's kind of like a Marson beer got into a Spanish beer. I get the fruit, but it's not sweet. It's like the essence of the fruit, and then the salt is just enough to accent it, so you can just feel it on your tongue, and it just like slowly pops up, but it's not the flavor. It's not a flavor. It's part of the whole beer. So everything's basically married. It all takes turn. It all shares. It looks thicker, but it doesn't feel that thick. It's actually very refreshing. Slight bitter down the middle. I can taste the tannins. It's tannic, but I like oak tannins, so not bad. Interesting beer. I'm glad I tried it. Sorry. All right, so you want to try something not super fruity, but you want fruit flavor, a little saltiness, but not tasting actually salty. This is it right here. It's a good spin. That's what they do. Jester King every time. Beers you can't get anywhere else. If you're nearby, I suggest you visit. So other than that, check it out. If you're interested, if it's not your style, that's cool. It's definitely just something, I feel more of a summertime beer. You're like having barbecue or something like that. Being outside and you enjoy that with your friends and you eat some barbecue, and then you can go to your regular beer or something else. Or back to another one if you got it. So have a good night, drink safely, and be careful.